I'm going to show you how to install the Wasabi DX, which you can purchase from modsupplier.com. First we'll just show you what comes in the package. The first part you can see there, the white sticker, is actually an insulation sticker. It also holds the chip in place. Note that we've actually had these stickers made up. If you buy Wasabi from anywhere else, they don't actually supply the sticker. We just thought it was a little bit better than using the insulation tape, which can be a little bit messy as it comes in little sheets. So this sticker here will actually hold the chip in place and insulates it from short-circuiting on any electronics inside the Wii. The second part is the actual Wasabi DX chip itself, which comes in the anti-static bag. Note the chip itself and the ribbon cable which connects from the chip to the DVD drive. So these are the components that come with the Wasabi DX. Now we'll move on to actually installing the chip on the Wii console. Okay, if you've watched our Wii disassembly video, you've now got the console in pieces. The drive ribbon cable disconnected, the power cable from the drive is separate. So the first thing you do is set the jumper on the chip. The jumper switches are these little banks of switches down here. Now the jumpers are set depending on where your console's from. If you're from PAL, Europe, Australia, you set it for PAL. If you're from the United States or Canada, which is an NTSC console, you set it for the United States. So we'll actually put something up on the screen that you can see what the jumper settings are meant to be. There is a little guide here on the chip as well, but we'll put something on the screen for you to have a look at. So I'll just set it up for PAL, which is the console we're installing it onto, which is a PAL console. Okay, now that we've actually set the jumpers of the chip is ready to install. Just note the orientation of the chip is that when it's installed is that the diff switch is face down. The chip doesn't install around the other way, it installs with the jumpers facing down. So we'll connect the chip up to the DVD, the ribbon cable running from the Wii motherboard. You just pull the sides of the connector out with your fingernails, and then just use your fingernails to push it back in. So now you'll have something that looks like this. It's connected over this end, and it might be a good idea now to actually just put the ribbon cable that will connect to the DVD drive in. Note the pins on the ribbon cables do go face down, so they don't go face up. So just have the blue side of the ribbon cable showing. Just use your fingernails again to pull out the flap on the chip. Just insert the ribbon cable till it's flush and even, and use your fingernails to close it up. So now that you've got that there, we're ready to secure the chip with the insulation sticker that's provided. Just be careful with doing this. Just make sure that the chip's sitting in a nice position. We've cut out a little section up here. This will show you that it's meant to go up here. You can see it quite neatly goes in there, so you'll know which angle the sticker's meant to go on. So we'll just peel this off. Just bear with me while I try to get the sticker off. Okay. Now the best idea is to pull the chip back so that the ribbon cable running from the motherboard is flush and tight, and it just leaves this one over here like this. Just be gentle and line up the sticker just at the top like this. It might be an idea to line it up first like that, just to push it down, just so that it lines up properly for you, and then just push the insulation sticker down around the chip. As you can see, this is quite nice fitting. The chip is quite flush and doesn't protrude very much, so it won't push up on the DVD drive. The insulation sticker is not going anywhere. It covers the chip completely, and it's a secure, good installation. As I said, we're the only supplier we know of at the moment that's actually sending out these insulation stickers with them. Most suppliers are just making people buy electrical tape. Electrical tape going in single little sheets is not as good a secure connection, we believe. This is a nice sticker. It's going to hold it down, and it doesn't let the chip protrude very much. So now what we'll do is go ahead and connect up the DVD drive. You will need to just hold the drive up because the ribbon cable isn't long enough to just connect it over here. So you basically just pull the drive up, connect the ribbon cable in, push the little fold flap down, put the power cable back in, and do take note the actual power cable here, it fits just underneath a little hole section in there. You can see that it, so just make sure you put the power cable back underneath its little spot there, and then fold the drive back over. Now the drive will actually sit quite flush. You'll actually even notice that it doesn't even feel like there's anything underneath the drive whatsoever. So we found the right spot, and it sits quite neat. Now, don't put the Wii back together yet. We're actually just going to test it before it's put back together, just to make sure that the installation went smoothly. And once you've seen that the configuration menu works and you've booted one of your backups, you're welcome to put the console back together. So now we'll move on to testing the chip and showing you the options in the configuration menu. Okay, so now we've got the chip installed. We're just going to test the installation and the chip's functioning. First step is to actually enter the configuration menu to set up one of the chip's functions. Just note, when wanting to access the configuration menu, you need to do it from a standby state with no disks in the machine. So if you want to actually access the menu, first you need to eject any disk in the console, put it down into a powered down state, and start it on a fresh boot. So we've got it set up here ready to go. We'll just press the power button. Okay, we've got the Wii now going to the main menu. Okay, once you're into the main menu, to access the configuration menu, you need to press the eject button 3 times quite quickly. So it's 1, 2, 3 press. So you just press it 3 times quickly, and then just wait a few seconds for the GameCube logo to come up in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Once you see that appear, you just need to then click on the GameCube logo itself and hit the start button. Now this is the configuration menu. You notice you've got Wii region free. That's if you own a PAL console and you'd like to play a USA game, you would like that enabled. Vice versa, if you have an NTSC console and you want to play a PAL game, that's enabled. This function is enabled by default. The auto boot function, it just means that it'll auto boot straight in when a disk's detected. We kind of recommend leaving that in the disabled position. And probably the most important option, which is disabled by default, is the update blocker. This is where if you've got a PAL console and you attempt to play an NTSC game that has an update newer than the one your system's currently running, if you accept that update, you run the risk of bricking your Wii. So this update blocker will actually block any updates from games outside your region. Just note that the Wasabi blocker is a standard brick blocker. It'll block all updates. When enabled, it'll block, if you have a PAL console, it'll block PAL updates from PAL games. It'll also block NTSC ones. So it pays to keep your Wii up to date using the Wii settings menu and updating your Wii that way. And now we'll show you how to navigate the menu and enable the blocker. This is done by using the reset button, which you press quickly to navigate. So it's just a quick press to move from one option to the next. It's over here, isn't it? There we go. Sorry, it's hold to move. It's quick, it's the opposite to drive key. So you hold it in for a brief second to move up and down, as you can see here. So we'll move down to the update blocker, and it's a quick press to enable it. Now once you've set it to enabled, hold and press and go to the save settings and do a quick press to save. Okay, that's the brick blocker now saved. We're now going to move on to testing a backup just to make sure the chip is functioning. And basically after that, once you've seen that run, you're ready to reassemble your console. Okay, the final stage is just testing to make sure that the chip is functioning. We've got a backup of our Office original copy of Red Steel. Just insert the disc. As you can see, it's loaded up and ready to play. So this pretty much concludes the installation video for the Wasabi DX. If there are any questions you have that aren't explained in the video, feel free to email us anytime. But that concludes the video of the installation of the Wasabi DX.